Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Active Directory on Windows Server 2012. Um, for that, you should have Windows 12 already installed and configured. If you want to know how to install and configure Windows Server 2012, please check another video. So now I have that Windows 12 install and configure here. So let me tell you how to start, how to configure the Active Directory on the server. So uh, go to the server manager. So it will open this thing, add a role and feature, press next, role based feature installation, press next, select the server. So my server is this, press next. Okay, before I do that, let me just change the server name here. So I'll go to my computer properties, change the setting, change, and I'll give the name qk-ad. So ad means Active Directory. Press OK. So it will ask you restarting this Hyper-V. Let me restart it right now. Restart is done. My server name is qk-ad. Ad means Active Directory. So let me just cross check that, and yes, it is. So once it is done, you should have opened the server manager, add role and feature, press next, role based feature, press next, select the proper server. So here we have the server, next, and we'll select the Active Directory domain service, the first feature, this guy. Once you select that, you will see it will pop up this window where it says you have to add the following feature also, which is prerequisite for the domain service feature. So I press add the features, next, next, next. uh, So you can select the restart the server if required, but no, I will restart by myself. I'll press install, so it will install all the features. It will take couple of minutes based on your server's configuration. If you have a good RAM and processor allocated with the server, then it should finish very quickly. So now if you can see here, the installation of those features are done. If we have to configure the domain controller, then we have these options. So prompt the server to a domain control. If I click this, it will open this Active Directory domain service configuration wizard. So but let me just cancel this, and I will show you another way to do it. Just close this. By mistake, if you close it, then let me show you how to open it again. So if you see here the notification section, it will give you same URL here. So just click this and it will again open this configuration wizard here. So in the configuration of Active Directory domain service, we have three options. So option number one is add a domain controller existing domain, or a new domain in existing forest, or add a new forest. So I'm going to select the third option where we don't have any forest. I'm going to create a new forest, and my domain name is qk.local. Okay, so root domain is qk.local. Next. Okay, so in this tab it will ask you password, uh, forest password. So basically, if you in the future, if you want to add another domain to this forest, then you need this passwords again in order to add those domains into this controller. So let me put some password here. Next, next. It will select the BIOS name by itself. If you want to change the BIOS name, just you can rename the let it come. So my BIOS name is QK. I want to keep as it is, but if you want to change the name, you can you can add or delete something and press next. If those name is available, then it will configure it. If not available, then it will give you an error. You can reselect the domain name. So net BIOS name, I'll press next here. So this name is basically for example qk slash. So any user or server will have the domain name before the username. So qk is my dns name or net bios name. Press next here. You can see all the settings and configuration. Just review it. Press next. So it will check all the prerequisites for this configuring this domain name in this domain controller. Wait for a couple of seconds. Perfect. All prerequisites check pass successfully. Perfect. If something goes wrong or fail, you'll see errors here, but we have just warnings. We can ignore these warnings. A couple of the warnings we can configure it later on. So I'll press install here. This will take a couple of minutes as well. uh, let's wait till this guy finished. Perfect, configuration is done. It will restart, or maybe sign in. Now it will ask you a restart. So let me just close this and it will restart. Perfect. So let me So now if you can see here, my qk slash administrator account popped up here. So qk shows that this is a domain controller user, and this server is connected with the domain controller. Basically this is a domain active directory server, but once we have connected like another servers with this server, then we have to log in with the same user accounts like qk slash. So let me enter the password for this administrator. Perfect. So now my server is active directory domain controller server. So let me just go here and right click property and check that out. So if you can see here, ad qk slash ad dot qk dot local. So okay, so my server is configured with the domain controller. Thank you guys watching with the video. Please subscribe for the channel.